Could you give us a quick recap of first home duel?
Got a score out of Shin Wizard. Holy cow! They Shin Wizard the dog out of us, and those are match differencers. The ones that we scored, and we won the matches, and then the ones we didn't, we didn't. So I don't know. I'm more like, man, I know we spent a lot of time in that position, so you feel like your conversion rate's going to be a little bit higher, but it wasn't. So we got to go back to work. I think we push for bonus points. If I think of in four matches in particular, we push for bonus points, which you got and get a takedown late to get those. Those are huge for your team, but also just like the mentality of how you're gonna wrestle, right? And those guys, they came out and they scrapped. Like they did not give an inch. And so I thought they did a good job from their fight perspective. And then we have to be able to match that. So got to convert, though. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, I'm thinking about 25. In particular, you got to be able to convert. Had a whole mess of opportunities, and I spent a lot of time with him. So then he's not converting, then we got to get better at converting those things. But I don't know. Okay. I liked Wyatt because he got to a third score. The second score kind of opened things up a little bit, and then the third score, obviously, the guy got dinged a little bit, but I like that he was willing to continue to attack and score points, and that's the only way that you really get a guy to kind of turn his head down is scoring points. It's not going to be any other way, and so he did a good job of that, and good way to, I think, cap off the duel, and I thought that was growth from last week, and that's what we're looking for.
What is until this next competition, what's really going to be a focus?
Converting leg attacks. Converting leg attacks on the edge, especially Sin Wizard, in particular. I mean, like I said, but that's a consistent with college wrestling right now, though. But I thought for the most part we gave ourselves a few more opportunities, which from last week I think we gave ourselves another one. Then you have to give yourself if 3 doesn't get it done, then 4 or 5 are going to have to get it done, and then that doesn't, then 6 or 7, then. Oh shit! I didn't even mean to say that. My girls would be happy.
Let's talk. Corey gets up the first one, and then that's a guy that doesn't let it phase him. Right back on the top.
His composure's been fantastic, and really you kind of see the look in his eye, but it's happening in practice though. It's not like you don't all of a sudden you raise a level. All of a sudden I go out and compete, and now I raise this level. You practice that way. And his focus has been tremendous in the practice room, and he's also been forged in the fire a whole lot. I mean, if you think of some of the things, trials that he's had to go through, some of the injuries and the things and how he's handled and responded. I mean, he feels good right now. His energy feels good, and you can see him getting better. And I think he's trying to really remind himself to stay steady, stay the course. And that's, I say, that match. I didn't see that. Was it a takedown, not a takedown? Like we talk about it all the time. None of that matters. It's to the next thing. It's what you can control in the situation, and he's doing as well as anybody right now. Tell you what, if I'm 41 pounder, I'm like, man, I'm not sure if I want to have to wrestle that dude, because he can score from a lot of places, and he's wrestling through things, and you can just see his confidence growing. So a whole lot of fun for our team, and he's starting to talk a little bit more too. I think really feel like a leader, and he's starting to emerge in that respect, and then he's competing like it.
Well, fifth-year senior Kale, he gets out there and gets a win.
Yeah.
In front of the home crowd.
I mean, well, stay the course, right? And he's a guy that embodies staying the course, and is ultimate team player and steps up whenever we've needed him, and good for him to get a win. And there was, I mean, for a second I'm like, man, one of these guys is pinning each other. Kind of looked in that match. The great thing was in that third period, I mean, he went out and had a beautiful attack. It was kind of back and forth, and that guy was kind of coming to him, and then he went and had a beautiful attack and finished on top. So that's probably what I was probably most happy with in those situations. There was plenty of situations where we could have backed off, and we went to put the throttle down and score some more points. And when you do it in competition, that it helps us move forward and point to certain things. And I don't know, if you're up by 2 scores and then one we happen to slip on something, you're still ahead, and I think that's got to continue to be our mentality.
The stanchions